different kinds of colors we are putting on the screen, whether it is our engineering, it's the management, it's the pharmacy, it's our sciences, it's architecture, it's our management programs, it's our undergrad business program, it's our undergrad economics program, or name them. These are all these programs and nothing but the various strokes that we are doing at the business school. At the business school, we are 30 years old, and therefore the school has today come to be recognized as India's premier business school, and we are proud of belonging to this India's premier business school. But as a university, we are a young university. We have young aspirations. We became a university only in 2003. So we are young, we have a lot of aspirations, but at the same time we are young adults as a business school. We are 30-year-old. So somewhere or the other we are going to get into a mid-career crisis also. But we try to avoid that by having a whole lot of review and a refresher meetings, etc. At the business school we have a whole lot of programs besides, of course, the MBA programs that we have. A very unique program that we have in the Family Business and Entrepreneurship program. A program that has found an echo in the McKinsey report this year on global entrepreneurship that was released by McKinsey at the G20 Young Entrepreneur Summit in Paris in October, sometime back. And the only program worldwide that got the recognition was of NMIMS, of the Family Business and Entrepreneurship program, which I think is certainly a creditable. It shows the growth of the school, it shows the growth of the program from just about 9 or 10 students in 1999 to about 120. And these are all young boys and girls who come from the family businesses, who want to learn the management know-how and go back to their own companies. In addition to all this, we have the doctoral program in all the schools, and we are doing something interesting at each school. We are trying to do something at the grassroots level through our textile program in Shirpur, where we are extensively involved. Our president comes from that area, and we are involved in the integrated socio-economic development of that particular region. So let me once again welcome you, sir. We are looking forward to hearing from you, and I'm sure that all of you would ask as many questions as you would like to ask him, whether it is about his growing up in Bihar, about his perspectives of the global business, about his perspectives of how he sees the world economy shaping up, or how he sees the volatility of the Indian rupee now, or whatever it is you would like to ask him as many questions as you would like to do that. That's what was the brief to me. So these are all the students from our different programs. You can see from the room, if it was a bigger room, we could have accommodated much more. Well, thank you very much and welcome once again. Thank you.
I'm grateful to Dr. Saxena to invite me, and amazing. I've been hearing about your program, about your university, and it's such a short time. I thought I have a few days. Let's go and meet all of you. I really can see myself in all of you, or better. That's what I can see. The energy level is tremendous. Bombay itself have that energy. Bombay itself has that energy, and I spent about 22 years of my life in Bombay. So it's a pleasure to be with all of you. I'm here more not for a lecture, but whatever I can communicate and give you a question answer if you have any question. But I thought of saying few things about the entrepreneur. I thought I'll share few of my incidents of my life. We are very small. We don't know how to. But we read in the newspaper and FT that the Zambian government is going to privatize and sell their copper business. And I says, how big is this business? and somebody says,